say yes, chef. I'm so tough. Yes, chef.
You just know.
This is such a BDSM scene. It's like.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It is me, Sean Tank Top. I'm over here at Casa Tank Top. I'm hanging out with Jenny Lee. What's going on, baby?
Not much. How are you doing, Sean?
I'm doing good.
I'm
I'm doing it. I'm doing fine. I'm interested. I'm also stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I can feel like the lactic acid building in like the back of my shoulders from watching this particular program that we're talking about. Does that check out at all?
Yeah. I was just saying, like, I had caffeine, now I'm having more caffeine. That's an idiotic move. I should have brought some water. Or maybe,
we can get you a water.
Chamomile.
We can get, you want me to get you a water in a fucking, in a, what do you call those again?
In a deli.
In a deli, yeah, for sure.
Ice water.
We're talking about all that stuff, all of that type of stuff, because we're watching The Bear right now. We're reacting to The Bear. We're on season 1, episode 2. Impressive premiere. Really pretty effortlessly clues you in without having to like handhold or do a really kind of weird bout of exposition about where people are.
I guess this guy Michael died, and I still am not clear what his relationship is to our main character, Carmi. And then they've got a
brother.
Cousin. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then they've got the cousin Richie, who's clearly been working at this place, been kind of running it.
Right.
But Michael didn't leave it to him; he left it to Carmen.
Yeah, exactly. And so and that's like kind of the schism, and they were able to lay that out pretty good. And he's starting to bring that pedigree and that professionalism and that stuff to something that does not seem like that was the forte of what it was
seems
before.
like it used to be kind of like family run, little laid back, and he's coming in with all his Michelin hoorah know-how and urgency, and they're like, calm down, but he does have improvements to make to the place. But
I mean, they're eating that beef, and they're just like, holy fuck. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Because of course he does know what he's doing, but nobody likes to be told that they need to change, especially not if they've been doing it the same way for the last 22 years or something.
I don't know. I feel like we're gonna they're gonna feed us some more of this relationship, which is obviously strained.
Yes.
Like even just from the conversation with Sugar, who I'm assuming is the sister and stuff, and and everything. Like and the fact that that Carmine wasn't there either is probably like a big thing but I'm guessing this family seems like kind of dysfunctional,
well, duh.
So I'm assuming, that they're gonna start to kind of like pull at some of those threads a little bit, and just kind of, and then what I'm guessing is gonna happen is that this guy is gonna come in, make this banging ass roast beef, and they're gonna get slammed. They're gonna get it could become a success or something like that, or whatever. I mean, I don't know.
I have no.
I know that. I mean, as far as they made a show about it. Like, if you were a journalist and you knew that the top mother, in the country was running like a sandwich shop. Yeah. Like that's. I feel like that in itself would become.
It would be such news. I mean,
we'd be reading that in Time Out, or whatever it is.
No, exactly.
Or the Red Eye.
During lockdown at Noma, they started just making burgers, like to-go burgers. Yep. And it was worldwide news, at least in the food world.
The food and everything. But if you guys are hanging out and you guys want to see our reactions to The Bear, and you guys want to see the reaction to episode 3, whatever goes down in that episode, you guys can actually, it's available right now on our Patreon. The link's in the top and comment or the description below. Click that, head on over. $8 at the premium streaming tier, and that gets you full and uncut access to all of our Bear coverage for an entire month. We're gonna drop it. It's too heavy.
I just hate this. So
come on.
Why would it be?
Why is it on top
there
of
like
things?
that? This is insane. Who would do this?
What are you doing?
Dear God.
Baby girl, come on. So you guys consider doing that, but if you can't do that and you still want to help us out, you can hit us with a like and subscribe. Ring the bell thing, because that shit always helps. It never hurts. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us.
Starting off with another dream sequence.
Yeah, there's
a flashback.
Or is he dreaming at work?
Could be.
The fuck are you talking about?
No, I think it's a flashback.
Okay, cool.
Chef's table 38, two people.
The kitchen looks like a iPhone store or whatever.
Fire 31, 25, 2 out on 31, chefs.
So clean, so overexposed and hyper white and shit.
Why?
Oh, is that what's his name from?
Is it Joel McHale?
Parks and Rec, or not Parks and Rec?
No, Community.
Community, right?
Answer me. I can handle it, chef.
Handle it, chef. 12, 10, 30.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
I get it. You have a short man's complex. Reach over this fucking table, right?
I've never seen this movie, but we're getting like a very like Whiplash, like kind of a thing. You ever seen that movie?
No, but
Yeah. Why don't you say this? Say yes, chef. I'm so tough. Yes, chef. Say fucking.
You just know.
this is such a BDSM scene. It's like, say your stupid little dirty pig, you horrible
like,
slut. Like,
yeah, right.
say your nasty little slut.
I'm a little spittle cum slut.
Yeah,
Say it right
yeah,
now. Like,
exactly. Say it. Different life he's living.
I love these like just like these singular, almost just still shots of stuff like.
Yeah, thank you, chef.
Oh God.
Good details, man.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, well, at the French Laundry, you know how much time we'd spend?
Fuck your French laundry.
Your French laundry.
Teach you to operate at a level you didn't even know you could operate at, Marcus, and just...
What we know now about what working at Nova was really like, it makes kind of like.
No, I mean, like, no, all of that shit, like, no, everything, like,
yeah,
you know, like.
It was all such.
Like, shit, if it was happening pre-2015, you're just like, oh, like a nightmare, probably, probably, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely not Noma.
I would legit do anything to go to Noma.
And eat bugs.
And be inspired.
Oh, God.
Machine is broken.
Yeah.
This seems like maybe not the same day. They seem like because she's like calling him stupid and stuff. So it seems like at least a week or something.
Yeah, he didn't even graduate from DeVry.
DeVry, oh my God, DeVry, absolutely.
Get the degree company's respect. Call 1-800-247-7800. DeVry. We're serious about success.
Oh my God, I've never used one of those old school punch-in things before.
I actually have.
You have?
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It goes cha-chung.
Yeah. I imagine it's very satisfying.
It's very satisfying.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah. It's more satisfying in the beginning of the day. At the end of the day, you're like, I hope this place burns.
Can I fit my head inside of this
Yeah.
thing? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I love this stuff. Look at this. Like,
Smack it,
of
right?
course, because these guys, they spend all this day making this glorious food, and they will just
They
eat
go
like
home and they eat garbage from
doubles
the trash.
and bologna and whatever. Yes, absolutely, dude. Falling asleep on the couch.
Maria roughly chops too close.
Look at the Malort stink is still on you. Oh my God. Oh, but is he having work?
Yeah.
Dream?
Dreaded
God,
work.
there's nothing that pisses me
Fuck
off
you.
more. I could be flying. I could be like 20 like maximum level broads from 2003.
Maximum level broads.
I'm not doing
Who
that.
do you think you're sitting here with, Sean?
What are you talking about? You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like,
being in 20 minutes.
no, I'm making it sound so because it's a dream, you know? Not any of those stuff broads, like Maxim only.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Ask your grandparents about that. I'd tell you what, it would be fun to be the second unit on this show, just going out and getting some B-roll. Like shots of like this type of stuff.
Yeah,
or,
exactly.
Or like just cityscape shots and
100%.
stuff.
I get paid to stage. I want to get paid to work here. I feel like I've been working here.
I feel like I've been working here.
We don't have the support system, organization for a fluid flow business. We need to figure out packaging.
Packaging, right, on page 27.
Thought about
it. Yeah.
Page 27.
Yeah, it's mostly graphics.
Pictures for you. You ape.
He hands it back to her?
I know. Well,
My partner, Ron Pager, he passed away. I'm running his routes now. Nancy Chobor,
Oh, boy.
I'm here to inspect the property.
Oh, boy.
Conversado?
He's the owner's brother, actually. He's also dead.
He doesn't look dead.
No, I'm not dead. My brother's
Interesting.
Is it? It's interesting. What's interesting about that?
It's an interesting logo on the
Nancy,
edge.
just find us, make yourself at home, okay? Where's Tina and Ibra?
ooh.
No funny business, Mr.
Little
Jordan.
Buddha's band.
Yeah.
You too.
Yeah, back at you, Richard.
This is on my Burlington playlist.
Is it?
Absolutely.
But what about Richie?
Suspended license.
I saw him drive in this morning.
I'm telling you, beware of bitches with little notebooks. Sitting with her a couple days ago, and now she's running shit just like that. Willowy is scribbling. Chef, I would do anything to
That
get
is
Noma.
an
Bitch,
enormous
look
cigar.
around. This
Yeah.
ain't no
Yeah.
I have every intention of turning this into an efficient, respectable place of business run by adults.
Ass shit.
Eventually.
Ass shit. That's like, I don't know, that is some damn dickness.
Yeah.
Like what?
Not only was it not properly drywalled and caulked, but someone clogged the hole with napkins and then crossed it over it with some kind of pack of cigarettes on the stovetop near the burners. Not only very dangerous, but also a potential contaminant.
Say that again.
These violations lead me to a choice. I award you a C.
No. Wait, no. Don't touch that. It will take 5 seconds to caulk. I can caulk. Let me caulk.
There's no fucking house, dude.
Shut the up, fag.
You're bitching to me? You want to run this place, you slut?
How do you know they're not your cigarettes? I'm not a fucking
Oh shit.
FYI.
I'm not your fucking gopher.
FYI, you cocked it up, you're gonna cock it out.
Okay, well.
Cock out.
I can say what. Well, that's like what I've been saying lately, where it's like when you screw things up, you cock it up,
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's what this is. We got to cock up,
I'm taking my car.
I don't care.
right? Like it's like.
I graduated with a C.
We know.
Ball breaker.
That is, I mean, oh man, like if you had like a certain arcade game or whatever it was, like that would just be the same thing, like the Simpsons one specifically.
yeah.
Wah.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, this just gets fucking grating after a while.
Can you hold this?
Oh, look at this beautiful little.
This is quite a little
early
tear
on
up.
shit box.
You got
Oh, he's doing a stick shift. My guy, absolutely.
I wasn't expecting company, by the way. These Arby's cups are from different.
Oh, that is. Oh my God! Like
That's
it's
very relatable.
When you're giving somebody a ride and you weren't planning on it, and you didn't have time to clear out the
so
place.
sorry.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, it's this guy.
Oh, Oliver Platt. Nice.
Oh, nice. He's pulling that right out of your ass.
I had to listen to everybody acting all worried about him all the time. He's a baby. I was a baby too once, Sydney. Nobody gave a
I'm sorry about that, but none of that, like, messed up the wall that we're here to fix.
She's so good about going like
Yeah.
da 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 da. Like
Yeah.
her rhythm of being able to deliver some of this shit is great.
Related on your mom's side, or
Neither. He was my best friend.
Oh.
Silicone, adhesive caulk, acrylic caulk.
the labels?
Come on, leaning into that one a little bit. Aren't you?
Find somebody who works here.
No. I got this.
He's that much.
Yeah.
We're like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm asking everybody.
I'll
I
act
was like,
even dumber than I am.
absolutely,
So
just to
that they
get the,
just
just to
tell
get
me
the shit.
what
You know
I
what I
need.
mean? Like, yeah.
I mean, you're never gonna fix it. You can't start.
Oh, this is the one that wants to buy
That's a good. I want that as a sticker. You can't start it.
Right? And we're not even getting into the money I lent your brother.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Cash infusions for this place. You know, term loans, which you never paid back.
Uh-oh.
Now I gotta hold you responsible.
Oh, boy.
That is, to me, that is like some of the most. I mean, like, I guess it makes sense in the sense of that there's a business, but the fact that like you have to take on the.
It's $300,000.
Oh,
Christ, Jimmy.
Jesus Christ is right, Carmen.
That's
Crazy.
What?
This place still looks like some kid painted it with his ass.
painted it with his ass. Wait, hold on. Are you putting paint on your ass and rubbing it, or are you sticking
I had
a
the
paintbrush?
exact same question.
Is that what's?
Couldn't. Yeah, it's one of those
debate
options.
at the end of
yeah.
the episode.
Yeah.
Stay
We'll
tuned.
come back to this.
Stay tuned.
Should have stopped by to break your legs, but you know, I guess I'm becoming. for
Okay,
you.
so he's like mob affiliated, Uncle Jimmy.
Little tight.
I assume uncle. He seems like an uncle.
I mean,
you call him uncle?
Yeah.
Let's just do the easy thing here, and you sell it to me.
No. No, you just said restaurants are bad for business.
Who says I'm gonna keep it a restaurant?
Turn this into a high rise.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some like Australian hedge fund to buy it and shit and run a fucking algorithm and the entire fucking. Sorry.
Tell us how you really feel, John.
You know he was one of Food and Wine's best new chefs when he was 21.
Oh my God. He was one of Food and Wine's best.
That is such a condescending shit to just say their shit back to him.
Okay, you know what, Sydney? You're getting a little aggressive. I think maybe you should just pause.
This guy's saying you're getting a little aggressive.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're a
man.
woman. I'm not discriminating.
And he brings in, not because you're a woman, I'm not discriminating.
That's soft misogyny.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on with her? She crying again?
Kids.
Uh-oh. He has a real life.
Hey, sweetie. How you doing?
Oh, no. Is
Fucking
he...
Paul Newman, your fucking mom? Like, what the hell's going on here?
What's wrong?
Tell me he's a good dad. Don't make me like this piece
Are
of
you
shit.
scared? You're gonna do great. I promise. And if you don't, I'm gonna give you $500. But you, of course, I still love you. I love you so, so much. I love you more and more every day, if that's possible. No. I don't need to talk to mommy. But,
It's like awkward, emotionally stunted
Yeah.
dad. You know what I mean? It's
he
always,
wants-
it's like,
I'm so proud of you, kiddo.
it's just,
he
I just
wants
love the fact that they've held on this shot for so long.
So long,
And
yeah.
like, and just let,
This is all one take.
just let the
Yeah.
actors perform, you know, and,
How old is she?
She's 5,
no.
Oh.
like Carmi.
And we're right back to it.
Dickhead.
We're like, ugh.
Yeah.
And also just him being vulnerable in front of anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he thinks of it as far as like probably like a bit of emasculation or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, even though
I'm sorry
it shouldn't.
about Michael.
He feels like Chicago's Johnny Bravo.
Cock, I think.
I don't know why he's making me think of Johnny Bravo, but yeah, it's like maturity level and
Yeah, maybe, right?
general idea of what
No, I don't need to
masculinity
talk to.
means.
I don't need to talk to Mama.
Yeah, exactly.
Read it.
Did she make that graphic clear enough for you there,
Yeah, no
Carmine?
shit, right? Well, I mean, shit. Again, a bunch of people. So many people in the industry are like kind of like neurodivergent anyway, and like you get a ton of text and stuff like that, and they just short out. And that's how that's me for sure.
Oh boy.
The fuck is this guy's?
I wanted to apologize.
Oh.
Yeah, Naperville looking ass
for last
motherfucker.
No, you know what? I went to urgent care and they gave me some stuff to put on.
Huh?
Hey, Nat, just one. Hold on, let me grab it.
Like, what do you,
problem, no
you
problem.
cut him? What happened?
Why is he calling you? You're calling Pete?
That is weird.
I'm making dinner.
Did you hear I apologized? I woke up in the middle of the night cooking a bunch of wrapped frozen shit. I almost set my apartment on fire.
Does that happen a lot?
Sometimes.
Like early
Did you look at the
onset schizophrenia or something like that. I'm joking. I don't actually think that happened, but
Look, I'm fine. Really, you know, I have trouble breathing sometimes, and I wake up
he's
screaming.
having panic attacks, man.
I know tons of people that cry, I don't know why.
You're not bothering me, but that isn't like unscary. When did the breathing problem start?
Oh, is she like maybe a nurse or something?
Maybe, yeah. And also, I mean, I'm getting very big season 1. Even though I still haven't seen this show really, and we should probably cover it at some point.
No.
Sopranos vibes.
Never watched it.
Chef was
Never watched it.
Why'd you say that? Chefs always say a big part of the job is taking care of people. Okay, well, you can't really do that if you're not taking care of yourself then. And I like when you tell me things. I'm asking you to look at the thing.
Siblings are so f***ed up, man. Like, just like you're in like a tug of war with somebody that doesn't know that they're in it, but they are.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Rude.
What a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
The soundtrack of this show has also been pretty cool so far.
Well, yeah. I mean, Chicago is such a Chicago is such a music city. It would be really lazy for them to not have like a perfect soundtrack.
Yeah, like just some good like dad rock, like a fair amount of it.
Sure.
Like,
oh my. From Mikey.
oh whoa, like a posthumous
I guess
letter or
Do you think
something.
he gives it to him, or you think he keeps
Suicide note.
Maybe so. Yeah, maybe so.
That's.
Did he hide it there, or was it in a locker?
I don't
and
know.
It fell?
I mean, maybe it fell or something.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think he opens it. Oh, he doesn't.
Okay.
Oh, he fucking
Come
knew it. He
on! What are
said,
you
"You son
doing?
of a
What are you
bitch."
doing?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, he's like kind of
Okay.
like giving it up to. If he's meant to find it, he's meant to find it. Type of
Yeah,
a thing, maybe,
yeah.
or whatever is how he's thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy, though. Ooh.
Interesting.
Interesting. I'm just like, who the fuck are you? Like Anton Chigurh? Like it's like, well, it's about chance and what it's supposed to mean or whatever. Jesus Christ.
You're hired.
Yeah?
Yes. You're past chef.
Nice. Go for it. Do you have any idea what part of town they're in right now?
Looks like West Loop.
Yeah, West Loop-ish. Yeah,
Roundabouts.
right. Did he leave them?
They were his cigarettes.
Oh, he blamed him for it, and
Wow.
he f***ing did
was
it.
his own cigarettes.
It is Carmi.
Yeah.
It is for Carmi. And so maybe it's like a little lesson for him. Like, you're not just this Superman coming
you're
in.
not,
Like, there's also you can fuck up.
I mean, but he also like hates himself, so I don't think he thinks that he's perfect.
Right. Al-Anon.
Oh, Al-Anon. Okay, yeah.
Or like that little crust of like the West Loop where it's like kind of.
Yeah, it's like right on the
like
border
growing
of
out and
downtown,
starting to figure it
kinda.
out. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we could look up exactly where it was filmed.
I'm sure. Oh man! All right, another good one.
I liked that episode better than the first one.
Well, I think what they did where I think we sort of like we hit you with a big ice cold bucket of nerves and shit.
Yeah.
Like on that first one, just to like kind of just we need to in under a half an hour induce the sensation of what it is like to work in something like this.
Right at
and
the
now
end
we can start to kind of get into the
They
rest
literally
of it.
showed the little sign, sense of urgency.
Yeah.
It was like at the end of the episode, they could just tell us that's what we need to have. And the first episode was just it
All
wasn't even sense of urgency. It was like sense of panic. And what we need to foster in the kitchen is like a sense of urgency getting it done. But urgency
Desperation.
should be. Well, no, it shouldn't be desperate. It like when it's bad, it gets desperate.
Yeah,
if it's
right,
going
right.
along properly, it's urgent, but it's controlled.
Yeah, where you're just like, and it's how they talk to each other. It's like, yep, right there,
Yeah,
behind, like, it's
exactly.
just, like everything
Yep.
sort of has like
Immediately.
you're moving with purpose and stuff.
Yeah.
Good one. Didn't put it back. What do you think about that move?
I thought he was just gonna like crack it open and read it, but he's a slightly better person than that. And yeah, interesting. I wonder what the character's reasoning is for putting it back rather than leaving it on the thing. Was it like a you if if you want to read it, you can find it yourself, or was it more in the realm of like I don't know that I necessarily even want to put this on Carmi right now because it might be really
Fair.
hard. Maybe like
Yeah.
he'll find it when he finds it.
Like
kind of
maybe,
thing.
maybe. Who knows? I mean, like I like the fact that we can kind of it could be like a good or a bad thing. Like he doesn't like it's his to find.
Yeah.
Like and it's and also maybe like because there is an element that like about he's starting to be like we could learn from this place could be better.
Yeah.
There could be something special going on here. And and like to give it to him could potentially be a spiraling situation, especially like I don't even know if he's aware of just like how he's clearly like getting like panic attacks and stuff like that and stress dreams and all this other shit, and it's really fucking with him. So I don't even know, and I don't know if that's registering with him or not. It could be that, or it could absolutely be a kind of a spiteful like whatever's in there could possibly be like at least a semi. I mean, it's in the restaurant. He left it to him. He at least was cognitive enough of the fact that he wanted to leave the restaurant to him.
Yeah.
Having committed suicide, and so he's thought about it a little bit, and maybe within that letter there is like
some explanations
as far as why it's not going to him, and it's probably something that he doesn't want to face.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
I mean, that's
why
definitely
he didn't,
that's
like,
definitely
read it
why
himself.
he didn't read it.
Yeah.
It might have been my favorite scene was just family life, it just interrupting this thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I kind of did that. I did that before we started shooting. Like I got a call about some stuff. You know, like it's kind of serious. Like not that serious, but whatever. But it just happened. You know what I mean?
But
like,
you're not a childish idiot most of the time.
Most of the I was about to say, hold on, don't go too far now, goddammit. Like no, but yeah, it was like that dichotomy and code switching and shit, like where he's like,
and she tries to be so like, okay, I see that you're feeling an emotion. How old is your daughter? She's 5, like Carmi.
right.
Right,
you gotta bring him back to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or we're like he's I think that he's probably like what he. There's a ton of things, obviously, and they elicited that are like needling on this guy, but at least for the time being, he has Carmine to put a name to it. Yeah. Like you're the reason that that I feel like shit right now. It's not that like I'm kind of seemingly maybe a little estranged from my daughter. You know, like it's not that like, you know, certain elements of my life are in shambles. It's not that like probably deep down I know that like I'm not that good at running elements about this place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, so you know, I don't know.
He hates the idea of Carmi being like impressive and like being more successful than him because he'll always be like that little 5-year-old that he knows.
Right.
But he also like has to be like logically aware of the fact that he is a really incredible cook who cooks good food.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Who knows what he's doing.
Right.
But he's also like, so that doesn't make him a better person than me. It's like, nobody said that, Richie. You know, it's
that's
like
that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, they even kind of sort of did like a mini version of what I think the show is going to kind of like do writ large, where it's like it's not just going to be. I feel like we are absolutely going to, except for that early scene in the high end joint with Joel McHale fucking coming up and just like
that was Joel McHale, right? It was just him in
McHale.
such a completely different.
He just looked. I think the other big thing is that he look. I also know that Jeremy, what's his face,
is really petite.
Is a short king.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
and so he looked like Akeem Olajuwon like next to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think that was and there Joel McHale the bear. Is like the third thing. Yes, and that was yes. Okay, so
that was just so like.
Well, I think it was
I've
also
never seen
the
that.
haircut and the glasses like just kind of changed his face or whatever. Like
it was like I really.
It was like seeing him in a dream.
That's okay.
You know what I mean? Like he looks like him, but he doesn't look like him. And shit,
hate this fact.
What?
I really hate it because I cannot. In everything I've seen him in, I cannot stand Joel McHale, but he was hot. I think it was just the way he was so like.
Oh no!
He was like, tell me you're a dirty little. I was like, oh my god.
No, absolutely. Yeah. There's like.
Jesus Christ, Joel McHale.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like it's like also like low and demure and shit like that. You're just like, wait a minute. I didn't know that we're doing a spiritual sequel to Secretary right now with these two. Exactly. There you go. I mean, like absolutely. So like, again, ask your grandparents about it and shit like that. Even though I know that like like the younger kids don't.
Maggie Gyllenhaal. Like,
Maggie Gyllenhaal. Totally. Yeah. Absolutely. But like, no, it was for sure. Well, yeah, no, I mean, like, no, he looked cool. Like, I think he looked really tall, powerful, imposing. Yeah. How they shot him and shit like that, you know, and it's a very different type of performance than we're used to seeing from him.
And the way that with like, I think I mean, this is where I have literally no experience, but I've heard that in those kinds of kitchens with those kinds of like, just mean chefs,
assholes.
Just mean, abusive ass chefs who like live to make other people miserable, and they are running on this excuse of like it's to run a good kitchen, or it's how it's always been done, it's how French kitchens run or whatever. It's just bullshit. But the way they can like with a look or just saying a couple of things just bring a really smart, wonderful chef to tears. You know, and like I've seen those kinds of personalities try to be in like a place
but also I think there's also people that are trying to emulate
it
because that's what they think you're supposed to do.
Yes, but I'm saying like you'll see these kinds of in kitchens of like burger places, you know, in kitchens where like they do gringo taco night, you know, like these chefs exist, these dudes exist everywhere, and it's not always dudes, but like it's usually dudes. And like they're just it's wild that it's become so ubiquitous and almost so commonplace. It's like not even thought about how like it's almost just expected of chefs to just be this kind of.
When was the last time you were serving or kind of in that?
Oh, years ago.
Yeah.
I think the last server job that I had was in 2018, 2017,
sure. Right
something like that. But I worked in a bunch of, like, I worked in a couple high-end places, and I worked in some very mid-range places, and I worked in some, like, burger place, like I've worked in.
You've ran the gambit as far as what level and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. And I've worked in various positions behind the bar and hostessing and serving. And spending time with like different types of kitchen staff and making friends with
it's up once you see like I'm imagining because you probably ran the gauntlet as far as like, oh, you mean like we can also have like a great place that does a good product like for what we are set out to do, and you don't have to do that. It's one of those things where you're just like, wait a minute, this can be
this doesn't like I remember the first time like a chef came to me and he was like, hey, Jenny Lee, I heard you tell that table XYZ and that's not correct. It's this, just make sure you know that going forward. And I'm like, okay, yeah, chef.
And that's it.
And that's all it had to be.
Right.
And it didn't have to be like, Jaylee, I need to see you in the back, and then just head chewed off for like telling the wrong special or something. Like just getting completely blasted in front of the whole rest of the kitchen, and then you go down to the walk-in and you cry, and like it's like, and it's just like
cry is something I've heard about a lot.
Yeah, for sure. And everybody's had that experience, and it's either like some dildo that you didn't give the right kind of baby chair to, or the chef,
or a miscommunication, or whatever, or whatever. Good episode. Like it was like there's some complex stuff I like that they can kind of deliver it in a very kind of like subtle and organic way, and I don't know, and like there is like we were talking about that at least as far like I think there's also a similar dialogue going on about directors and filmmakers, because I do think that there is like a little bit of a through line between like people that they're creative in their own way and they're very specific in their own way, and sometimes they can definitely be attributed to like a vision of a person or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that both of those things like filmmaking, it can also be a load of horse, because it takes a ton of people to run the kitchen. You got a ton of people that are making like little little mini creative decisions in their own station that is also doing stuff that the chef has no idea about.
Yeah.
Like there's so many and how much of a collaboration is. That's very similar to like filmmaking, and that's kind of why I started to kind of like wane on some of the auteur theory stuff, just because it takes so like I remember like this one short that I directed that I co-directed this one time. We had our sound designer, and we just gave him like one note, and I didn't even give it to him. Like they were just like, I want you to give me like a soundscape, like a media wasteland, whatever that thing. And so it's just, these characters are walking through like these like this like spare parts, like electronic spare parts, thing, kind of like a junkyard type deal, and he gave it back to us, and there was just like this rolling waves. It sounded like the ocean, and it was very hypnotic, and it totally changed the scene in a cool, interesting way. Sure. And I'm like, what is that? He was like, he was just like, that's 85 channels of primetime television playing.
All playing at once?
Playing at once, and weird. Reverbed and kind of modulated a little bit, and it just sounded like the ocean, like it was this whole thing. And I was wild. Like, and people, that was a scene that people like specifically was like, this was incredible, really cool. And I kinda didn't do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but that's why you pick your team, and that's sort of you coalesce your whole people, and so like and so like I like that as far as like in the I guess that's why this kind of also works so well with.
But it's also relatable because directors are another job where it's almost become the trope for them to be a self-righteous piece of shit.
Right,
it's just
like,
a jackass to everybody and makes people cry for no reason.
Yeah, or like The Shining is great, but I don't know if it was worth Shelley Duvall's like entire psyche and having a mental breakdown. Like I feel like there's ways that we could get there that weren't what they have to do. Yeah. Something that none of the other male co-stars had to actually put up with. You know what I mean?
In fact, the male stars like never have to deal with unless they put it on themselves. All Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah. I mean, or just, no, in general, like there's another one in The Exorcist. There's an actor kind of wasn't getting this one beat, and William Friedkin comes up to him and just like
backhands
the fuck out of him in front of like the whole cast and the whole crew, and then he was like, "Don't try, go," and then they got it, and it's a great performance.
Yeah, sure.
But it's also like not right. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. You know what I mean? Like so,
wrong.
I don't know. It's interesting in that sense. So I don't. I mean, like. Again, if we can have this type of a conversation about this, like after then, the show seems like it's doing pretty good. I really enjoyed that episode. If you guys are enjoying it over here and you guys want to see our reaction to episode 3 and you want to see it right now before anybody else, you guys can do that by becoming a part of the Patreon. Links in the top end comment. Give that a gander over here at the $8 premium streamium tier, my guy. And that also gets you a ton of other shows, a ton of other backlogs of a bunch of things we watched before. And you get all that completely full and uncut. So we hope you guys consider doing that. But if you can't do that, you still want to help us out, hit us with a like and subscribe, ring the bell thingy, because that always helps.
It never hurts. I did it.
Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. We'll see you guys next time.